Hi guys, so today I'm going to briefly show you how you can do a stack or I guess a composite on Affinity Photo. In this scenario I'll be looking at fireworks photos. Before I do though, why don't you take a quick peek at my website, www.travishale.com. You'll find all the links to social media and everything on there. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if you have a look, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, keep in touch. So what I'm going to do is have a look at how to stack photos in Affinity Photo. Affinity Photo is sort of like a Photoshop clone. It doesn't well, it's not really a clone. It doesn't have a subscription though, so it's relatively cheap. I think 59 US or 49 US roughly, and it does pretty much most of the same things. So what I'm going to do in Affinity Photo, and I'm on Windows in this scenario, is I'm going to go File. I'm going to go down to New Stack, Add Photos, or Add. And what it's going to do is it will then, so my computer's a bit slow, it will then open up a pop-up dialog where I can pick the photos that I want to open. So in this scenario, I've got a composite of 4 photos. They're not the best photos, but for the purpose of this, hopefully they should do enough to show you exactly what happens. So I don't really need to automatically align photos because I captured these on a tripod. But if you didn't, then it would be worth ticking that. Nonetheless, I'm going to leave that on and we will click on OK. And so what Affinity Photo is going to do is it's basically going to open each of these individual photos, sort of like layers in Photoshop. Over here you've got the Layers tab, and what it's done is it's created a stack group. And if you click on this little arrow, you can see these are the photos that are actually within that stack group. Over here, you can see that it is actually set on median. And what median will do is it will basically sort of almost like average the pixels. That's good, mean or median, if you were doing long exposure and you wanted to simulate something. And you can see the difference as you run through them. What we want in our scenario though, is none of those. Standard deviation, variance, skewness, entropy. We actually want maximum. And so what maximum is going to do is maximum is actually going to take the brightest pixels from each photo and composite them. Sort of like lightness would do in Photoshop. So you can see when you turn them on and off that it does change. And so a few of the photos in here were quite similar, and because of that, in my scenario, I probably won't use all of them. It's really a bit of trial and error, so I think in this scenario, really for me, this one and this one are the main ones that I am actually interested in. There are a whole range of other options, opacity, all of these. I'm not going to worry about them for this tutorial. I really just wanted to show you that really you want maximum. What minimum would do is it would take the darkest pixels, which is not going to help. Total would take basically everything. So maximum is probably the best way to do it. The other thing that you could do if you wanted to play around with it a little bit more is you could actually change the position of the fireworks. I'm not going to worry about that for this one. I really just wanted to show you how to blend. So now that I've got those in a format that I'm happy with, actually, you know, I might just crop this a little bit, get rid of a lot of that stuff, bring it down a bit. I like the reflections down the bottom, so I'll probably keep those. And then we'll go play. So, you know, it's the best photo, no, but I'm happy with it for the tutorial. So now we would go save as. So this will save it as an Affinity photo, which would allow you to come back and edit the photo, but it's not actually what you would want if you were going to put it on social media, for example. So what you actually want to do is you want to export the photo. Unfortunately, my computer is a little bit slow, so I'll wait for it to save the document. And once it's saved this document, there's two ways that you can do this. You can either up here go to what's called the export persona, and the export persona allows you to have a lot of fine level control on how to export the photo, what format to export it as, all of that information. In this scenario, I don't really want that. So what I am actually going to do is I'm going to go to File, Export, and here you'll see there are a whole range of different options. I'm not going to do PNG. I think I'll do JPEG. I don't really need it to be that big, so I'm just going to change it to 2000 pixels and then go export. And so what this will do is, obviously this will export that as the, whatever you want to call it, Fireworks Composite. And now when I go into the folder, which I will do right now, I'll open this in Photos. You can now see the Composite Fireworks photo. Again, it's not the best photo, but it does show you that in this scenario there are two separate bits of fireworks. And what will happen if I had a longer exposure is quite potentially where you saw I tried to composite a number of different images and it just became a bit blown out. I wouldn't have the ability to go back and fix those. So doing it this way just allows you a greater level of control to say, yes, no, I like that one. No, I don't like that. I'll have this one, and I'm happy with that. So thanks for watching, guys. As I said, have a visit to the website. Keep in touch, subscribe to me on social media, and let me know what you think.